Living up to expectations can be super difficult, especially when the world is watching. It could either motivate you or destroy your confidence. And when you look across the NBA's history, there has been no shortage of super talented players whose careers never matched the hype and expectations that their skill set promised. For examples, players like Kwame Brown, Eddie Curry, and Stephon Marbury, just to name a few. But no one fit this category in the modern NBA better than Zion Williamson, a genuine freak of nature athlete who's honestly within the last year been playing some of the best basketball of his career. However, since his original draft day, his career has been filled with nothing but obstacles and personal controversy, which make people in the sports world wonder if he will ever amount to the true greatness his natural talents provide, or will he just be another case of what could have been? What it do, CBE family? It's your boy CBE Frank, and this is how Zion Williamson continues to sabotage his career. In order to understand Zion's career, we have to start from the beginning. Standing at about 6'3" by his freshman year of high school, Zion was a force to be reckoned with. Hailing out of Salisbury, North Carolina, Zion was averaging about 36 points per game and would quickly gain internet fame from highlights of him dunking over what looked like kids out there compared to him. Zion ended up becoming a viral sensation throughout his high school career and would even have celebrities like Drake posting themselves wearing Zion Williamson's high school jersey. And during this same time, there were heavy conversations of people who believed that Zion had the talent to skip college and go to the NBA straight out of high school. This made the anticipation of seeing him playing at the collegiate level even more exciting. But before graduating, Zion would commit and sign to Duke University. Once at Duke, Zion would quickly impress his coaches. Even the legendary Coach K had to say this about Zion: he has to be the most unique athlete he has ever had the pleasure to help guide their career. During Zion's freshman year, he averaged about 22 points a game while simultaneously making some of the most impressive college highlight reels ever. And during that year, Zion became the first freshman ever to win the Player of the Year award. As his freshman year began to end, it was clear to everyone that Zion Williamson would be declaring for the 2019 NBA draft. Even though Zion had what seems to be a perfect freshman year, there were still moments during his freshman season that showed early signs of him possibly being injury prone. Like when Zion would injure his knee during the Duke versus North Carolina game. But nevertheless, these moments didn't alter the hype that Zion had around his name during this time. Once Zion officially entered the NBA draft, expectations of him becoming Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, future MVP, and future Hall of Famer was officially set on him. When asked about the expectations that were set on him before even stepping on the floor, he would have this to say: "If you don't hold yourself to those kind of standards or try to carry yourself as such, then I don't know what you're striving for." Around this same time, the LeBron James comparisons really became a topic of discussion. Sports critics would rave at the fact that Zion would resemble a young LeBron James in terms of potential. Now Zion, he will wisely downplay these comparisons by saying this: "The comparison stuff is cool, but I don't look into it. I just look to be myself. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm just trying to be the first Zion." And as we all know, Zion's dreams will come true as he was drafted the #1 pick to the New Orleans Pelicans in the 2019 NBA draft. And shortly after, the NBA Summer League would start. Now, the Summer League gives an opportunity for rookies and unsigned players to showcase their talents in front of an audience before the official NBA season begins. And what should have been a time of triumph for Zion, but instead ended up being the start of a whole line of hurdles he would face throughout his career, being plagued with different little injuries. Throughout the Summer League, fans and the Pelicans front office will take notice and instantly point out that Zion might be too heavy for his own good. And if he keeps gaining weight, these little injuries will only get worse. In case you didn't know, Zion entered the NBA weighing about 285 pounds, making him the second heaviest player after the 7-footer Bogan Marjanovic. This led to Zion being sidelined for about 3 months at the beginning of his rookie season, and he wouldn't make his official NBA debut until January 22nd against the San Antonio Spurs, which would be a breakout game for him. Zion will have multiple breakout games during that season, like the one he had on March 1st against the LA Lakers when he scored 35 points. At every chance, Zion will do nothing less than show out while simultaneously proving all the naysayers wrong. All in all, Zion will only play 24 games his rookie year, which will keep the naysayers talking. Zion will come into his own during his sophomore season, boasting a scoring average which was the highest in NBA history for anyone who shot over 60% from the field that year. He also became the 4th youngest All-Star starter, but not too long after, Zion would fracture his finger, which caused him to miss the last 6 games of that season. The Pelicans head of operation, Chris Griffin, will come out and make a public statement criticize the officiating during the Pelicans games throughout the season, stating that other players were targeting Zion and would do it knowing that they could get away with it. But basketball fans who were invested in Zion was not buying this one bit. After this, NBA fans started tweeting their favorite Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant stories of them playing through injuries. Fans would point out that Kobe Bryant had played through a whole season with a broken finger. Shortly after this, rumors would start to circulate that Zion might be a bad teammate. These rumors will begin to ring louder during the start of the 2021-2022 season. While Zion was out recovering from a surgery, Zion would miss out on yet another season opening game for the Pelicans, which ended up leading to Zion missing out that entire season, with reports and rumors circulating that Zion had gained weight and could weigh up to about 300 pounds.
Does he really want to play basketball? If he loved the game of basketball, he would get his weight under control. He would take training serious. There is no possible way you can say you love something and then go out and do the thing that's totally opposite of what you're saying.
Zion will quickly become the butt of every fat-shaming joke on the internet. I mean, the boy couldn't even show off his back tattoos without getting roasted online.
And I told him when he was that dude, normally big kids grow up to be big adults. Oh, Shadow, you don't know he gonna get in shape. I said, do you understand? College kids don't have money. If you find a kid that's overweight in college with no money, what the hell you think gonna happen if you give him 100 or 200 million?
And to make matters even worse, reports will come out about Zion not welcoming CJ McCollum to the Pelicans after he was traded from Portland.
Like, this just shows a complete lack of investment in your team, in the organization, in the city. I get that he's hurt and away from the team, but you just traded for one of the 50 best players in the league, a guy that's supposed to be paired with you. Reach out and say hello. This is a pattern of behavior with Zion that we are seeing again and again. And look, I was his teammate. I can describe him as a detached teammate. That is an accurate statement.
Despite these issues and rumors, Zion was still able to land himself a 5-year, $193 million contract with the Pelicans the following year. And Zion will reward the Pelicans and their fans for their loyalty by delivering amazing performances and leading the Pelicans into a hot streak that season. The Pelicans got so hot that they even landed themselves as the #1 seed. But just like the old saying, history will repeat itself, and Zion will suffer a hamstring injury that left him on the sideline for the remainder of that season. And with that injury, it made it abundantly clear that Zion will always be an injury-prone player. It also showcased how important Zion can be to a championship contender team, because in the 5 years Zion has been playing thus far, with him on the court, the Pelicans are 101-89. With him not being on the court, the Pelicans will have a losing record of 92-134.
With the push, gets the takeaway. Okay.
At some point, Zion's personal life started to bleed over into his NBA career when he was engulfed into a massive public love scandal that rocked his public image. Zion's girlfriend would take to Twitter to announce that her and Zion were expecting a child. Shortly after, adult film star Mariah Mills would quickly rain on their parade by revealing how long she's been with him and how obsessed she was with him. And she would even go as far as to tweet about Zion 56 times less than 24 hours, which led to her getting her account suspended after she threatened to drop a sex tape between the both of them. Mariah would continue to tweet and drop receipts about Zion to allegedly confirm their relationship, and she would claim that Zion had paid her over $107,000 in hush money. While Mariah was probably enjoying all the attention she was getting from tweeting about Zion, she would even go as far as to claim that Zion was abusive towards her.
I literally did not want to come to the internet, and I'm just tired of saving face for this man that completely disrespecting me to the world, and I literally have to take this, and I'm tired of it. He said he's gonna send me $62,000. I have yet to receive that since June. He's literally a liar. I literally been saving face. I did not want to come to the world and let you guys know what he has been doing to me my entire relationship with him. He is a woman beater, and the NBA needs to know that.
All in all, what ended up coming out of all of this was NBA and sports fans seeing this as just another one of Zion's ill-advised decisions coming back to bite him. And by this time, Zion has been in the NBA for about 5 years. Even though he has shown flashes of greatness throughout his career, up to this point, his career has mainly been filled with injuries and drama. As the following season began to approach, reports came out that Zion had dropped about 30 pounds and is weighing in at about 270 pounds. But by this time, the Pelicans had decided to move on from their former head of operations, Chris Griffin, and hire a new EVP by the name of Joe DeMar. And unlike Chris Griffin, you could instantly tell that Joe wasn't going to have the same patience for Zion that Chris had. Joe immediately added a clause in Zion's contract that would no longer make his contract fully guaranteed. And with this new contract, in order for Zion to earn 20% of his salary, Zion will have to stay under a combined weight of 295 pounds with no more of 11% of body fat. And the remainder of the 80% of his salary will only be guaranteed based on the amount of games he played the previous season. With this new contract being established, this could be early signs of the Pelicans front office looking to move forward from the Zion hype train. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Click on my channel and subscribe to see more content like this.